If you would say your name.
Yes, my name is Gary Davis, and I serve as the Baptist Student Ministry Director for State University.
Gary, thank you for being with us. If you would, describe the BSM.
The BSM is a student organization of S.F.A. I guess we are obviously a Christian student organization, and we seek to engage students for the gospel, and the main role is to share Christ with them and to help them grow in their knowledge of Jesus.
So how is it being a Christian organization on a secular college campus?
It has its challenges, I guess. I think with any organization, you're going to have challenges. But being on a state university campus, we have a lot of opportunities to be on campus, to engage students. There's a great respect between us and the student organizations, as well as just S.A.A. and everything that's on campus. And so they allow us to do a lot of things directly on campus, to be around students and to share with them the love of Christ. But then there are challenges just with students in general, that we come up against and that we meet. But those are going to be, I think those would be on a state campus or a campus.
So what are the challenges that you face with the students?
Yeah. A lot of the challenges that we face are, students that maybe come from a church background, and mom and dad have made them go their whole life, and they come to college and they decide to kind of hang their spiritual hat up for a while, and they just kind of walk away from it. And they're not necessarily living bad lives or anything like that, but they're just choosing to kind of walk away from what they know. And so the challenge there is to help them understand that they need community, they need fellowship with other people that know and trust in Christ. And then there's other students that are just very indifferent to hearing anything about Jesus. And so there's a wide spectrum there of students that we come in contact with that we engage with the gospel, and some are very open and some are not open at all. And so those are just a few of the challenges I think that we come up against, and kind of as we go out on campus each week and try to engage students.
What are the different ways that you reach students on campus?
Well, we have what we call our lead team, and it's made up of students, and they lead out in our various ministries, from life groups that meet every week, and we also have a noon lunch that meets every week on Wednesday, and so students come to that, and so that's a way for us to engage, but that's a way where students come to us. And so some of the ways that we go on campus to engage students is we'll host different events. We'll use a tool called Solarium Cards, which is it's basically a set of pictures. It's about 50 cards that have pictures on them, and you engage students in what we call a picture survey, and you ask them various questions about their life, and pick a picture that represents your life, and pick a picture that represents your relationship with with any kind of religion or anything like that. And so we use different tools like that help us to engage students. It's hard to go on campus and just immediately have this in-depth relationship with students, and so we have to figure out ways to be able to engage them, and they earn our respect, so that we can have trust there with them, so that they can be willing to kind of share with us. And so our students lead out in all of those different ministries, and that's how we engage students on the campus.
So do you just try to reach college students? Are they your primary focus?
I would say they're they're probably our primary focus for sure. That's kind of our goal as being obviously a student organization with S.F.A. is to reach S.F.A. students. But we also, many of our students will go through an agency that we use called Go Now Missions, and they'll go and serve in other opportunities away from S.F.A.
What is Go Now?
Well, Go Now is a Texas-based missions agency, and it focuses on college, sending college students, and what we do with it is we interview students, and we make sure that they're ready to go and serve, so that we're not just sending students to missionaries that are on the field and the student not be ready to go and experience and be a part of what's going on within that particular culture.
So how many students do you usually have from the BSM that are involved with that?
We'll usually send each year anywhere from 15 to 20 on average. Some years have been upper, closer to 30, and some years have been a little less. And so, but I would say on average, we usually have 15 to 20 students that go and serve either on a Christmas break opportunity or a summer opportunity, and there's also even going and serving for a whole semester, either fall or spring, and we've had students do that as well.
And where does Go Now send them? Is it worldwide or?
Yeah, it is. There's opportunities for students to literally serve in their hometown, and then there's opportunities all around Texas and all around our nation and right outside of our nation, Mexico, Canada, and then there's plenty of opportunities to go serve clear around the world. And so we've had students go serve in the Philippines, in Africa, Mexico, Canada, China, just all over. We've had students go and engage different people groups and cultures with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
So would you say that's their primary purpose for going?
Yeah, that is definitely the primary purpose. Whether they're going to help rebuild a home or work, trying to help a church get established or anything like that, their primary goal is to go and share the love of Christ with the people that they come in contact with.
So you're in contact with these students a lot throughout the school year. So when they come back from these trips, do you notice a change in them from before they went?
Yeah, we really do, and I wouldn't say it's every student, but I would say the majority of students. And there are some students that go and serve in a third world country, and they come back kind of angry, kind of bitter at America, and so there's a process there that we take them through, a debriefing time where we help them really process their trip and their opportunity that they were able to go and serve on. And sometimes that takes a week or two, and sometimes it's months after they come back and they're still processing the things, and it's just helping them understand that they have to kind of readjust to where they are currently living, and realize that they are blessed to live in America and the means that they have here, but also helping them understand they don't have to necessarily use everything, every resource that's available to them. And we've had many students that come back and they finish school and then they go back to where they serve because they feel that's where they need to be, but that's also where the Lord has just called them to spend the rest of their life serving Him.
Wow. Well, Gary, thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
And, we enjoy being able to use BSM kind of as an avenue to serve students at S.F.A. and to just engage them with the gospel.
Right. Once again, this has been Gary Davis, the director of the Baptist Student Ministry at Stephen F. Austin State University.
The Baptist Student Ministry is one of many organizations on the campus of Stephen F. Austin, but what sets it apart is the overwhelming desire to see lives changed for Jesus. As a result, the Christian organization is often met with challenges. Director Gary Davis says most of these challenges come from the students.
And then there's other students that are just very indifferent to hearing anything about Jesus. And so, there's a wide spectrum there of students that we come in contact with that we engage with the gospel. And some are very open and some are not open at all.
Davis went on to say that these challenges don't hold them back from finding creative ways to reach students.
We'll use a tool called Solarium cards, which is it's basically a set of pictures. It's about 50 cards that have pictures on them, and you engage students in what we call a picture survey.
The BSM also tries to reach people outside of college campuses. They partner with Go Now Missions to send students anywhere from across the street to across the oceans with the purpose of sharing their faith with anyone who will listen. Davis says it's that purpose that fuels the BSM to continue to reach people both on and off college campuses.